going on, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time as a musician myself. And today, it's the return of Pokemon. We're listening to the Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald version of Littleroot Town, followed by a song that probably sounds completely different. A gym leader battle music, Roxanne, from the channels Pokelly and Pokemon Music Master. Requested by Ultra Rabbit and Matthew. Thank you so much. Before I get started, this first song right here that we're going to start with was the reason this video came to be, because I'm searching, not anymore, but I was searching for video game songs that are hometown themes, remind you of home, or are hub world themes. And just by looking at it, it's reminding me a lot of a certain hometown from Pokemon. It's giving me the almost the exact same feeling. So I'm not going to talk during that one because it's very short, and I want to see if it gives me that same feeling. But this is Littleroot Town, which I'm guessing is this game's version of Palette. But we'll see. I don't know anything about Ruby, Sapphire, and okay, Littleroot Town. Will it feel like home? Let's see. This image is so blurry. Four million views. Let me know what you feel when you hear this. Please be descriptive as possible. Do you feel nostalgia? Do you feel at ease? Why do I feel this is the most wholesome song in the soundtrack? Everything from here is just stressful and adventurous. Perfect length. So this is a very interesting one because it's giving me the exact same feeling of a song that I was already planning to put in there. You might be able to guess which one because it's a game that I played. That was Gen 1. This is what I'm assuming is the equivalent to Palette Town. Obviously this has more color and it's more vibrant, but it's giving me almost the exact same feel. As far as I remember, Palette had 3 buildings too, right? Ash's home, someone's home, and the lab. It's been a long time. It's been 30 years. But I'm pretty sure there was 3 buildings, and it's giving me like the exact same feeling here again. It even looks like the same kind of like boxed in layout too. Now it made me think of something besides home. So yeah, you guys nailed it there. It reminded me of something that, you know, we just had like an anniversary of Pokemon, and this game is pretty much, or this IP is pretty much immortal, and there's going to come a time where it's probably already happened, but like we're going to have grandpas playing Pokemon, right? Your kids going to be playing Pokemon, and they're going to have like their own generation that they knew and grew up with. I know it's going to make you feel a little old, but that's what happens when 3 decades have passed. You know, or at least we're getting pretty close to it. So it makes you think, you know, and just amongst the current fans, everyone started somewhere different. You know, I was there from the beginning. I was part of the craze when it. Oh, dude, in case you didn't know, which I'm sure you do if you're a Pokemon fan, when it came onto the scene, it exploded. Everywhere, toys, promotional stuff, everywhere, like just restaurants, movies. Anything, you know, and it kind of never went away. Yeah, it's been, you know, it's had its ups and downs, but it's always been pretty popular. It's pretty crazy how much people like collecting. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it's nice to know that this remained relevant, because all it was this kind of wholesome hobby of just going outside, touching grass, and like collecting bugs. Something that like every kid can relate to. That's awesome. So there's like a charm in that, But also, what I know as like home, palette, and cerulean and all that, maybe this was your home. Maybe this is your first game. Everyone in this comment section probably started from a different game. Some people probably started with Black. Some people probably started with Legend Arceus, or however you say it. That's wild to me, It's so wild to me. And yet we all have our own experiences. I didn't even know until I was almost like 20 years old that Kanto is like a place. Well, actually, I don't know if it's a real place or based on a real place. But either way, like it's one of those two. I just thought it was just a made up place, Now, as far as the like cities inside of the Kanto region, I think those are all made up, unless someone tells me different. Is Cerulean and Lavender and all this, are they all based off real places? Because when you're a kid, you don't really understand any of that. You're just like, oh, this place looks cool. This place is freaky. This place is by a volcano, whatever, But as you grow older, you're like, oh, that's probably inspired by like a developer's hometown or something. Or I just played Persona 5, and the hometown is like a spitting image of an actual real place, just change the name. So I definitely feel I don't have the nostalgic feeling to this one, but I think I relate to you guys that played this, because it's giving me the exact same feelings palette. Like it's right up there, It feels like I'm looking at it again. It looks like I'm about to go choose my Pokemon in the bottom building, or in my case, I had to, get my Pikachu. But oh wait, oh god, wait, no. I caught Pikachu. Oh, dude, it's been 30 years. 30 years. Gosh. Just think about that for a second. Not everyone here, but, there's a couple of millennials here. 30. This is when technology was like, you had controllers that were see-through. We gotta bring that stuff back, man. Everything's been so lame since then. Everything is just like bland, flat images. There's no expression anywhere. I don't know. Everything's just progressively gotten worse. Okay, yeah, okay. So what I think. Okay, here's my guess, and my recollection. Tell me if I'm wrong. Red and blue and green. You picked a character, right? Charmander, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur. And based on that, I'm like 90% sure your rival picked the opposite because he's a biatch. But I think in yellow, the one I played, I'm pretty sure there's not 2 Pokeballs. I know he picks Eevee, but I don't remember if you pick the ball or if you catch Pikachu in the wild, like right outside. Either way, whatever. So I'm guessing the same thing's kind of happening here. If I had to assume, there's some stuff that just kind of remained throughout the Pokemon formula. Like choosing your... But honestly, I have no idea. It could have changed as soon as Gen 2 started. Who knows? But anyways, I'm getting nostalgic in my own way because I have a connection to it, but it's been 3 decades, so... Anyways, Littleroot Town. Let me know what's going on there, please. And I'm asking for just go full-on description on that. Now, this is going to be interesting because I lumped this together because it's from the same game and it has a couple of requests for it. Gym leader battle music. This is going to be... I can just already hear the difference of energy. Because now I'm thinking of from Palette to Pewter City and Brock. Where that experience as a kid was like, you're going to learn today. I didn't know that a kid, you had to evolve your Metapod to a Butterfree to make things easier. I don't even think I did that. I just leveled up my Pikachu, if I recall correctly. I don't know. I don't know. Pretty sure I did that. So I'm guessing this music is the complete opposite of what we just heard. It's gonna be like do 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 do. This is Gym leader battle. Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Let's go. Is it specific to Roxanne? Oh. I didn't even check if they're... It's just a gym leader battle from them. And they're probably going to show the rest of them now, if I had to guess. I was going to say, I didn't check my request list. If I had any of the remixes requested for these songs. Watson. Old man Watson. I like the big drum. Yeah, it's got that spirit of the gym leader song. I know that very well. Flannery? Flanery? Oh, is it Flanery? Because it looks like... Let me guess, she has a fire type? So we had Roxanne, Brawley, Watson, Flannery, that's 4. Or Flanery. Now it's gotta be Flannery, it's 2 N's. Norman, okay, Norman. You edgy bastard. Look at this guy. Disgruntled employee. He hates your guts, doesn't he? Stop. Look at that haircut. Oh my gosh. Winona? Is Winona a human? Legitimate question. Is she cosplaying? It's cool. I actually like seeing the visuals of all the... Oh wait, I lost count. Is that 6? Tate and Liza? Or Lisa? Oh, that's cool. A pair. I'm guessing this is 7. And they all have their own colors too. One more? Maybe? Or is that it? Lawless. I wonder if I've heard any of their themes before. I've heard so many Pokemon songs, I can't keep track of... Is he the big bad? Or she? Wallace looks like a wizard. You know what's funny? That was really cool, actually. I don't know how far away Ruby and Sapphire were from Gen 1, but it feels like it's close by, like a nearby neighbor. If I had to take a guess, shot in the dark, Gen 3, 4, 2. I don't even know what 2 is. And if here's how lack of knowledge I have. I don't even know if 2 is still on the Game Boy or if it was started in advance. But that's just goes to show you. Seeing this video was nostalgic in its own kind of weird way because I have experience with the hometown theme Pokemon and the gym leader battle. And although I'm very biased towards those songs because Gen 1's music I'm always gonna just hold in high regard because it was so punchy. This stuff is still really cool too, but yeah, my bias is just heavy. But seeing all these gym leaders made me think there's some things that just stay the same, right? I'm pretty sure Gen 1 also had 8. I do not remember their names. God. Okay, pop quiz time. Brock. Misty, who joins us. Actually, they both joined us. Oh. Yeah, that's a nice little dynamic. Enemies that turn into friends. I'm sure that happens later on. Brock. Misty. Oh, God. I'm trying to like map it in my head. Like Cerulean is like up here, and then you go down. And I think that's where the SSN is, but I don't think there's a gym leader there. No, wait, is there? Surge. Okay, I may be going out of order. It's been a long time. Hold on. Brock, Misty, Surge, Lieutenant Surge. The Raichu. I remember that. After that, I don't know. There was a Giovanni, wasn't there? But he was like later. That's 4. I want to say he was the last one. I'm missing half of them. Damn. That's bad. Yeah, it's been a while. Anyways. But I do like that they kind of carry that here too, right? They all got their own personalities, their own Pokemon. This guy's just a pain in the ass, I can already tell. Or he's a pushover. This one's interesting. Very curious on how this one works. Maybe brother and sister. And this, if I had to guess, just high casting mage, pain in the ass. I don't know. That was really cool. I like that. It's a familiar feel to me, but and yeah, it's totally foreign because, you know, I'll say this. I've yet to ever say this in a Pokemon video. This year is me playing Pokemon games, right? If you weren't aware. With the exception of like 2 RPGs. I just finished my first Mario. Gonna start my first Kirby soon. Gonna do a Zelda, maybe a Donkey Kong later. I have no plans to return to Pokemon just because I know how vast it is. And I'm going to like it most likely because it's Pokemon and it'll remind me of not only my first experience with it, but also Shin Megami Tensei, which is basically adult Pokemon. I kind of want to stay away from Pokemon because I feel like, well, now I got to play the rest of them, you know, like now I want to, you know, I don't want to, I'm kind of preventing myself from doing that. I don't have that luxury of time to just be enveloped by a new game. I know I like Pokemon already, and I know I'm going to like the new ones. But it's a dangerous, slippery slope. So, but maybe I'll look into a game that I can just kind of play once and just move on. I don't know. Maybe something non-canon. I have no idea. But that was cool. That was cool. Yeah, the first song is definitely going to be in that video. So thanks for suggesting it for the hometown themes. Second one won't be. Let me know who your favorite or least favorite gym leader is. How far was I from getting the personalities right? Let me see. Okay, let me really quick. Smarty Pants probably is full of puns or laughs at you or very formal. One of those two. This guy's probably Brock 2.0. What do you call him? Like a jock. Hey, dude, you want to like battle? Pretty much equivalent of like a drunk homeless guy, but kid friendly. Actually, no, he looks kind of friendly. Maybe he's like a sensei and like take you under his wing or something. Kind of like punk rock teen, rebellious, as if it's not a phase mom, just bottom of the barrel, disgruntled employee, coworker vibes. Thinks he's cool, but he's not. Dresses like an idiot. Yeah, I am not getting any... Yeah, nothing positive from him. Probably one of the coolest ones, if I had to guess, maybe even a fan favorite. There's obviously something going on, right? We got like furry aesthetics. We got... I can't tell if they're a human. I don't know if they're a rabbit. Definitely stands out. Probably very spunky and unpredictable. Maybe another fan favorite. I'm guessing siblings. But I kind of like the idea of having like 2, you know? Probably have to fight 2 sets of Pokemon. And I already said this one. Just pompous, obnoxious. Let me know how bad it is. Okay, cool. Thanks for suggesting it. Thanks everybody you see on screen. I couldn't be here without them. Thanks you for watching. My name is Jesse in the auditorium.